things in my life that fit. Or actually, everything in my life fit around it. I was painfully earnest about my faith, always wearing a small silver cross around my neck and excited to talk about the newest Christian music album. I loved the authenticity that rang true deep inside, and I loved the sense of community I always had with my camp and church friends. And here at camp, where 1 week felt like 3 months, my faith was challenged, supported, and encouraged. One summer stands out above the rest. I was 16 and couldn't stop thinking about my friend, Joanna. I sat there in the dining hall, eating my favorite camp side dish of scalloped potatoes and daydreaming about her long, chestnut hair and hazel eyes. I had met her the year before in youth group, and now we were here together at camp. After lunch, we were going to go swimming, and for some reason, I felt really nervous. We had been spending a lot of time together already that week, so I wasn't sure why the thought of going swimming with her was making my stomach do flip-flops. The day before, we had been in her cabin doing devotions, talking about why the Message version of the Bible was better than other translations. That morning, we had volunteered to partner together for the next chapel skit. We had picked the new Crystal Lewis song, People Get Ready, Jesus is Comin', and it was going to be amazing. I finished my lunch and quickly changed into my swimsuit. I was pretty self-conscious lately about being chubby. I wished I was thinner. But my friends were all different sizes, so I tried not to worry about it too much. I made my way down the huge rock face toward the lakefront. I could see Joanna from a distance, sitting on the dock, happily chatting with a girl from her cabin. She noticed me coming, and her face broke out in a big smile. When she waved me over, my heart started to race. I felt my cheeks turning red. What is happening? Hi, Stace. Man, it's so hot right now. Want to just jump in? I grinned. Yes, let's do it. We threw our towels onto the dock and raced to the edge. I jumped into the refreshing lake water and let my body be suspended under the surface for a few seconds. Being submerged in water made it feel like time was standing still. Soon, a larger group of girls joined us, and we took turns clambering up on the dock and jumping back into the water, laughing at our huge splashes. As I treaded water across from Joanna, I noticed the light bouncing off of the surface of the water onto her face, and my stomach felt something. Why can't she and I just hang out the rest of the week? After Joanna left, I stayed back at the beach, all wrapped up in my oversized watermelon towel. I stared out at the water, the waves making a melodic, lapping sound against the dock. I started daydreaming about her. Again. I dug my toes into the warm sand. I had never felt drawn to someone in this way before. It wasn't a crush like I knew I was supposed to have for boys. These sorts of feelings were reserved for my future husband. I had it all planned out. Since I loved Christian music and church, I was obviously going to marry a floppy-haired music/youth pastor with a casual sense of style and a great sense of humor. I hadn't met any boys I liked yet. I hadn't felt any attraction to boys at all so far, which meant I must be pretty strong in the resisting temptation department. I mean, I was a perfectionist in most areas of my life, so maybe I was already passing Temptation 101 with flying colors. I did know all the words to the songs we sang in chapel, and most of the Bible verses we were supposed to memorize. So maybe my mind was just so full of Jesus, it had no room for temptation. Is that why they make us memorize those verses? Or maybe I just hadn't met the right guy yet. When I was 13, a boy in my class asked me out to a school dance. It totally threw me off, and I freaked out. I told him that my